When you see the campus now and what the campus is going to be, what are you excited about, and how do you feel you can support it?
I mean, I'm excited because if the building goes correctly, I will be the first graduating class from it.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
So I'm excited to actually be able to have a year in it and experience it.
Yep.
And I feel like for supporting it, we're gonna be the first graduating class, so we need to make sure that the attitude, the positive attitude, stays with the new building.
Excellent.
Personally, I'm excited for all the possibilities for the projects that are going to be able to be done. One of the physics teachers, or the physics teacher here, is a close friend of mine, Coach Shee, and he already has some pretty creative projects. So I'm excited to see what he's going to be able to do and what kind of doors he's going to be able to open up for his projects and his students throughout the course of us having these new buildings. And I think they're going to be able to do some really special stuff with some of the spaces that are available to them. So I'm really excited about that and to see what that progresses into.
Excellent.
Like he said, I'm excited to see the different projects because here it's hard. With the old building, it's hard to come up with some of the more creative projects to do. So I'm excited to see products made that aren't necessarily just slideshows or videos created. I want to see more of the hands-on, the interaction. And as far as supporting it, I feel like I'm gonna still want to be one of the community members that show up to the musical and everything, and still be here for stuff.
How important is that to you all? Because I think that's missed a lot of times. It's pretty easy, like you mentioned. Baseball isn't one of the more popular sports. Football, when you're winning, you can't find room in the stands. Baseball, you can be winning and you still can find a seat wherever you like.
We had our winningest season in school history this year.
And it's one of those things. How does that feel when you're engaged in that way and you don't see the support? Help me understand that.
I personally, I just roll with it really because, no matter what, you're playing for your teammate and not really the people watching. So I feel like as long as I had my team support, then it wasn't really big, who was there, who wasn't. I would never really paid attention. I always just tried to play for the back of my jersey.
But would it feel better if you could look to the left and right and not stare at seats?
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to being able to stare at faces and, get that cheer, that roar of the crowd when something goes great, or even the best part for me was when there was a bad call. I loved all the commentation that happens in the crowd during a bad call. All that is somewhat missed when we don't see the support from either the students or the community. And the same thing I think for the plays, the soccer games. Support is important. And it's not just important for this fact that we want someone to see what we're doing, but more so important because we want to celebrate these things with the community. We all have parents. It's great when they're in the stands, but even when they can't be in the stands, if there's others there that can be, that help celebrate this moment, because being a student athlete, you don't have to be out there. Everybody doesn't get to play, and everybody doesn't get to even get on the field. Some people may suit up and never get on the field. I always thought that was the oddest thing because I was fortunate to be a starter. But I always wonder how my buddy David felt because we played on the same team, but he never got in. He got in if I got tired. And in high school, you don't get tired. So he never got in. He wore a clean jersey for 4 years. I thought it was amazing. But I always wondered, how does that affect you? Where does that go? So having the support of people there and being able to celebrate, you're right, you do play for the back of that jersey. You do play for the school spirit. You do play for your pride and your love of the sport. But it's great to have the support and the celebration of that. And I think you all have embodied that when you talk about the ways that you interact with one another as far as learning and teaching, the projects that you've put together, the projects you've accomplished, the good and the bad, and looking out on what's next. What would you have to say for the staff or the administration here that can help enhance learning in this new space?
I would almost want the staff not to be scared to try something, Because, I mean, it's easy to always fall back onto the basics, do a slideshow presentation. I want them to actually go out and try something, try to enhance the new space, try to use the different rooms they never would have thought of. Use different teachers and maybe bounce ideas around to come up with a creative project.
Yeah, like she said, I would recommend to think outside the box and really try to take full advantage of the space that they're gonna have, because the possibilities are endless as far as what you can do with all the stuff that they're gonna have, all the tools that they're gonna have at their disposal. So I think it's very important for them to keep that growth mindset going forward and being able to come up with something new in like every year, or instead of doing the same old stuff all the time that everyone's used to.
Excellent.
Like bouncing off of like the other teachers' ideas, like not like for English teachers, don't just like talk to English teachers about projects. Like ask like a math teacher, how could I like make this more involved with the kids in the community?
That's excellent. I think that's great. Yeah, because there is so much that we learn. Like you said, a lot of times we just do the norm. We're like this. We know we do A and we do A very well. But we can learn a lot from G and Z and X and Y and implement that to really enhance learning for everyone. So that's great. Can you give me one last thing to share with your fellow students or students that may be coming to Winton Woods? Kind of share with me why they should come.
I think they should just come because of like the environment here is so like warm and welcoming, and it's like a family. Like it really is like a warrior family. Like nobody's ever left behind. Everybody has a friend, whether you speak a different language, whether you are mentally challenged. Like everybody here is so positive, and it's just the energy is just real great. You get your learning experience and you get prepared really for the real world.
Excellent.
Agreeing with what she said, I mean, we have a really big community. There's a different type of person for everything. You will not be the only type of whatever kind of person you are. You will not be the only one. There is someone from any walk of life, and I think that if you come here, your collaboration skills will be way better than if you went somewhere else. I went to St. X my freshman year, which is a really prestigious Catholic school in the city, and it was, just cookie cutter lectures in every class, and I feel like I learned better coming here because I was able to collaborate and I was able to step outside my comfort zone and think about things differently, which is very important if you want to, be original in coming up with creative content. So I think that the collaboration aspect and being able to step outside that comfort zone and think outside the box will be really helpful to anyone moving forward and graduating from here.
I feel like people should come here because even like if you're having like family problems at home, there's people at the school that's also having like family problems, and then there's also people whose families will be willing to help you. Like the students are involved like with each other, but also the families get involved with each other.
That's excellent. That's excellent. All right. Well, I thank you all for sharing with us your thoughts and your ideas and just being open, because a lot of times we don't get to know these things. We kind of are kept out of those things not being students. So we see one aspect of it. So I thank you for opening up that door and sharing more with us and your future students and the community, because hopefully there will be all walks of life that see this and see the value of an education here, what Winton Woods truly has to offer, and what students are truly walking away with.
My name is Charles Brown. I want to be the doctor that cures coronary artery disease, and I am a warrior.
Excellent.
My name's Lillian Smith, and I want to be somebody that makes a change in the world, and I am a warrior.
My name is Emma Smith, and I want to help little kids, and I am a warrior.